multitask. Good morning. We are live.
We're live?
Yes. Good morning. Let's see here. We all have to figure out how to multitask. Good morning. Thank you guys for joining us. How are you?
Good morning.
We are back to square one. Forced to stay home.
Good.
Stay home and live from home, which is good. What do you guys say? Is bad?
Oh, buddy, don't get me started.
I think there's a lot of good and bad in it. Like,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got to take the pros and cons on the situation, regardless of if we have to stay home now and, the mandatory restrictions. My gym's closed, so I'm really ticked. But, things like that, like you have to improvise now. But overall, I don't like it. I don't like it. But, I have my opinion and it's okay. Others don't. And then I appreciate everyone else that says we need to be masked and, stay restricted. But I don't know. I kind of have a different opinion on that one. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think we all have the right to our opinions for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Happy
Absolutely.
Wednesday,
Good morning, Josie. Hi.
Yeah, I think so too. Katie's also saying good morning. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
How are you? It's like you said, you know what? It's
there's nothing I can change it. It is what it is. So
yeah.
there's nothing we can do.
Good morning, mamas. Good morning.
Good morning. I want some of your homemade tortillas.
Yes,
I know.
Now.
me
Just letting
too.
you
She's
know.
always talking about them, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I want
For
some.
sure.
Yeah, I'll have her make some when she comes. And
Oh.
she didn't learn that from me, just so you know, because I don't even.
I was
make
gonna say, do you cook?
I know.
Or bake
No, she just started. I mean, obviously, we're always in the kitchen cooking something, but she loves to bake, and her cakes are pretty amazing. And just whatever she cooks, she's pretty good at it, to be honest. So I'm pretty proud of her. And she's lucky, or not she, but her roommates are lucky to have her there because she does definitely cook up some good meals for sure. And George, he's here. He actually helps me, like when I'm obviously working, he's watching Matthias, and I can smell him cooking up something. And
he cooks too?
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
Sonia?
Yeah. So no, it's a good thing. And you know what? That's one thing that we try to show them, that you don't have to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, cereal, that type of thing. Don't be lazy about it. Make yourself a meal and enjoy it. So yeah, the other day he made French toast. He tried it for the first time, and so he cooked for me and Matthias, like I said. And then the day before that, he made chorizo with papas, and he even refried beans. We had beans.
That sounds good right now.
Yeah.
With those homemade tortillas would be so good. It would be complete.
For sure. She'll when she gets home, she's in Santa Barbara. It's beautiful out there.
Yeah.
She always shares the picture of the beaches and stuff like that. So she's basically walking distance to the beach. So nice.
Wow.
Enjoy your time, right, girls? Don't grow up so fast.
Your youth, yeah. She's young. Just focus on her right now. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I try to let them know. Just focus on you. Enjoy. Your adulthood is going to be here. It's not going anywhere.
That's me. Yeah.
And I like it, Catherine. I think that's pretty cool.
Zoom me later. It says Zoom me later. I got this from Marlena. right? It was for my birthday. So I told her I'd wear it.
What does the back say?
To Marlena.
That's
Zoom me
Does
later.
the back say anything?
Huh?
Does the back say anything?
No. Ah, look at
Thank you, babe.
yeah. So I told her, shout out to Marlena. If you're listening, if you're watching, Marlena, thank you.
Yeah, it's I thought it said Zoom me later, boom me now. Just kidding.
Oh.
No, just
Don't
look at
come
it.
back so she can hide it.
I promise there's nothing back there.
Yeah, I thought that's really, really cute. Yeah, shout out to Marlena. She always has good ideas.
Oh,
She
yeah.
always brings all the goodies.
Yeah.
She always does.
Good morning, Letitia. Good morning, Gloria. So,
I think
wow,
Terry's on there too.
another
Good
week of
morning,
real
Terry.
Yeah. Another week of real estate has passed by. And Terry is asking if she's connected. Good morning, Terry. Yes, you are. Yes. We, are in the trenches every day, looking at what opportunities are out there, what's going on. So definitely have, we, also talk to different agents in our office at Remax Champions. We have over 300 agents throughout our 8 locations. And so, all our agents are pretty active and doing different things. And, we just talking to everybody, pretty busy. The business is there if you want it, and it says, obviously everybody's priorities are different, concerns about the, what's going on. So just depending on you, on how you're connecting with your clients, definitely let them know that you're here to serve them. So good morning, Jamie. And all that stuff. So let's see here. Okay, she's connected. Yes, you're connected. So great. So let's see. What do we got?
We got
So
Chino Market.
I wanted to bring a few, cities as well, because, everybody's working in different locations.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a location that you would like us to focus on as well, feel free to let us know and we'll be happy to include it in our updates as well. So this morning, let's see, here we go. Let me move this so we could see Catherine. Okay, so this morning, our 7-day update for Chino. Currently, there's 17 homes that were listed in the last 7 days. So 17 new listings, which is good. 8 are under contract. 12 have closed. Average list price $544 and average sales is $547. So now you're seeing where the sellers are getting slightly above what the home listed for. I want to say about 2 weeks ago, I started seeing issues. 2 or 3 weeks ago, up to a month, we were seeing appraisal issues where the homes weren't appraising. But the last appraisals that we've done for our properties in the last week have all came in at value. So it looks like appraisers are definitely using the right comps. I think it was taking time for the adjustment. And I'll give you an example. I have a buyer who's looking in Ontario, and they initially wanted to start their search in January, February, but then they had to stop for personal reasons. And at that time, we were looking at $515. That was the price range in January, February.
Yeah.
For the same home today, we're about $570. The same exact house. And they just are like, what happened? So just to show you, just depending again, what the homes have and everything else, the market has definitely, changed. It has increased. So, it's taking a while for the homes to actually close to catch up so the appraisers could use the correct comps, because you use a comp from March, February to one that just closed in June is completely different. So I think a lot of people are waiting for those comps to close. But so anyhow, again, in Chino, you are seeing that the sellers are getting a little bit more, and average days on the market are 19 days. So homes are moving, pretty quickly still. And and then we do have Ontario, which in the last 7 days as well, we've gotten 11 new listings, And with 11 new listings, 25 are under contract, which is a great amount. And 21 have closed. So 21 new homeowners in Ontario. 551 average list price, and sales price is 549. So just below, but still pretty close. And these homes are a little bit longer on the market, and it could be a variety of reasons. Again, it could be it was overpriced initially. You know, there's a lot of factors that go into it. And I know, because I did actually get a call yesterday from someone else who asked me, because they said that they were noticing that homes were decreasing in certain areas. But when I actually did a comparable for them, because they wanted an idea, most of the homes were way overpriced to begin with. And that is why it was showing the decrease. It wasn't because they weren't, you know, the homes are dropping. It was because they were just completely overpriced. We understand buyers are paying more right now. But again, you still have to list it at market value and let the buyers decide if they want to, you know, overbid. You as a seller can't automatically say, well, my home is worth 550, but I want to start off at 580, and let's see how many people want to go to 600. It doesn't work like that. So, and I think, you know, again, depending upon who you're working with, if they're in the wrong way, unfortunately, it's going to look like you are dropping your price out of desperation, where we're in a market where everything's increasing. So you want to make sure that you price it right to start, and then allow it to go from there. So just kind of words of advice there. But that's Ontario. 39 days on the market is a lot for today. And then we have Haruka Valley. 6 new listings in the last 7 days, 10 under contract, 14 closed, which I will be closing 2 Haruka Valleys next week. So those will be 2 of my closings. The average listing price is $408, and sales price is $413. So again, you're starting to notice now that the sales versus list is higher. And this one is 32 days on the market average, which is still, I mean, it's still good. Don't get me wrong at all. But it's, you know, every city and area is different. And then we have Moreno Valley, which is active listings on the market, 19. And this is all of Moreno Valley. And pending under contract is 34. And closed 22, and average list price is $390, and sales price $391. So again, very close, but again, they are getting what they are asking, and a little bit more. Average days on the market is 23. We have a agent who works out of our Upland office, and he had a listing this weekend in Moreno Valley that he held open for 3 hours, you know, showings for his client, because the client didn't want anyone else to go at any other time. And he ended up with, I want to say 4 offers, and one of them was ours. And we got our offer accepted yesterday. So it's always nice to work with, you know, fellow Remaxers. so I'm excited about that one for sure. Yeah. And then I do actually have a new listing coming up in Moreno Valley. I will be out there Friday taking the photos. It is like a 1.5 years old, very nice home, going to be priced about $425, $435 in that range. I have to see it first. I haven't seen it. So I'll be out there on Friday. So if anybody has any buyers or any interest in Moreno Valley, I will be showing you guys that very, very soon. And then good morning, Marlena. There she is. Marlena, we all want one of those shirts, okay?
Don't forget the back.
Yeah, don't forget the back. Yeah. We want to zoom. So it reminds me of that one song, all I want to do is zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's so funny is that's one of my dad's favorite songs. So
no way. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Okay. So with Eastvale, we have 20 listings on the market. days, 16 under contract, 15 closed, and average list price 609, and average sales price 605, and then 29 days on the market. So Eastville's a really nice city, and like I said, there's a lot of new builds in Eastville as well if you're interested in that. But without us, never leave home without us. We're like your American Express.
Oh man.
We have Highland.
And there's my time. So
Highland is fine. I did zip code 92346 for Highland. I did the last 14 days for my comps for my market areas. In the last 14 days, there's 10 active listings, 21 went pending, 24 closed. Average sale price, average list price 382, average sale price 367, and average days on the market is 22 days. 22 days sounds about average, not too bad, not too short, not too. Give me 1 second. Sorry, this is what happens when you're live.
You're working from home.
that's okay. Me and Catherine will distract everybody.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll have to go grab me a coffee.
You know how they say like your kids know when you're on the phone and they don't bug you until you get on the phone and then they're like, Mom. Well, that's the story of my life.
I hear you.
So anyway, that's Highland. That's 14 days. And then I believe we also have Fontana. So for Fontana's also last 14 days, and we have 40 active listings on the market. 75 went pending, 52 closed, and 2 of those 52 were mine. Average list price were 471, and average sale price 475. Average days on the market 23 days. So again, if we're comparing to last week's numbers and the week before, those numbers are decreasing as far as days on the market. So we are seeing that they are getting smaller for days on the market. And then, as you can tell, the sale price is actually higher than our list price in Fontana. Right. And Fontana is crazy. I grew up in Fontana, and it has grown so much. Like, it's ridiculous how many houses there is in Fontana. So when people say, "Oh, Fontana is little," I'm like, I mean, not residential wise, it's very, very big, So it's regioned out, but yeah, that's Fontana. And then we have Rialto. For the last 14 days in Rialto, active listings, we have 9 pending. We have 26 pending. 23 of them have closed, and average list price 403, and average sale price 398, which isn't too bad from the list price. And then your average days on the market is 25. So that's out for Rialto. And I didn't do a specific zip code. I just did all of Rialto. So yeah.
We have
Nice.
All right, now my turn, I guess. It's Redlands. Okay, so here's your market update for Redlands. Right now, currently, we have 17 active listings on the market. This is a 7-day, by the way, 7-day period. So within these last 7 days, we've had 17 active listings on the market. 23 are pending. 14 have closed. Now, the average list price, it's crazy, is $510, and the average sale price is $572. That's a huge gap in the average sale price and the list price. So people are going way and above and beyond what it's listed at, and you're getting more for your money in Redlands. So if you're a seller out in Redlands, look at those numbers. You're definitely going to get a lot more money right now. A lot of offers on your property. It's going to go quick. Average days on the market is 20 days, and that's just average, you guys. So it's definitely going quick. A lot of listings in Redlands that are just hot and gone quick. So again, if you're in Redlands and you're thinking of selling your home, let me know, because they're selling very quickly and way above asking. So yeah, so that's Redlands. And now it's Beaumont time. So average listings in Beaumont, or the active listings in Beaumont, are 15. 31 are under contract. pending, and 24 have closed. Now the average list price is 381, average sale price is 370. There's a little gap, but it's still pretty comparable to what they're if you listed at a certain price, you're going to get that price most likely. So unless they overpriced it, but here it's the numbers are very, very close, and the average days on the market are 24. So definitely some good buys out there at that price point, you guys. If you're thinking about buying out there, that price point is actually really good. But there are Mellorues in certain areas, so disclaimer. So in Beaumont,
Yeah,
maybe
make sure to do that research.
Yeah,
Community is different
for sure. So that's Beaumont. Now Clermont. I'm doing Clermont, so we're going a little more west on this one. But, okay, so Clermont is a cute little city. It has really nice restaurants. It has like almost like a Redlands feel. A lot of older homes out there. Nice community. Very great place to raise your kids. But right now, I mean, you can tell there's only 8 active listings on the market. 3 are under contract and 9 have closed within the last 7 days. So that's telling you that there's not a lot of inventory out there. So that means that there's a lot of people like to stay in that area and they don't want to move once they're there. So, and then average list price is 906. Average sale price is 804. So that's a huge gap. So it tells you guys that not every community is the same. Just because there are active listings on the market and things are going quick doesn't mean that you're always going to get top dollar. It depends on how much, it looks like a lot of places homes are being overpriced. So, but that could catch up soon. I'm telling you, the market's crazy right now. It's different in every city. And then average days on the market is 20. So things are going quick over there as well. But it's definitely a really nice community. If you guys have ever thought about living in Clermont, it's really beautiful out there.
Yeah, it is.
Really,
and I believe too, the higher the price range, it does have to do with that as well, because the financing is a little bit tougher.
Right.
There's a lot. The guidelines are a little bit strict, so and it takes a little bit more to to sell a home that's a little bit more priced. The amount of buyers out there aren't.
Right.
The pool isn't as big, so that could be why they have to negotiate a little bit more. So
for sure,
there's going to be different factors involved, but
yeah,
that's good. Clermont is definitely a beautiful city. Clermont colleges are there, so
beautiful out there.
Yeah,
they really are.
Yeah, so they say that there's always a first, right? A first time for everything. So yesterday I did my very first listing presentation via Zoom, via Relay. My client is deaf.
Oh,
so yeah.
Okay.
So it was very interesting because you're talking to the Relay operator, but then you feel like she's like, talk to me like you're talking to the client, but it's weird. It's not weird. It's just hard to get used to.
Right.
So finally, halfway through it, I was able to get used to it. But it took a minute to get used to it because I can hear her typing or communicating with her as she's listening to what I'm saying. So very, very interesting. But like I said, they always say there's a first for something, and that was definitely a first for me. And that was pretty interesting, and it was pretty long too. It ended up being a little bit longer because of that, but nonetheless, it was successful. So that's the good thing about it.
Great.
So she unfortunately, she didn't get to hear my sarcasm and laughs and everything else, so
she could see you though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she probably got it. Yeah.
And she told me I could read lips too, but I prefer so there's no miscommunication that we have an interpreter.
Yeah.
And normally she has her kids do it for her, but because she said this is a business matter, she didn't want to put them in the middle of it. So, but it ended up turning out really well. So like I said, it was very interesting. So that was, like I said, a first. So definitely one for the books, for sure. Next week, what I wanted to bring to everybody, you know, all of our viewers and everything else is we definitely want to, you know, show you guys, because there's a lot of misinformation, mixed information. So we're going to probably do a little bit more research in our cities to find out like the amount of distressed properties, you know, foreclosures, short sales, how many people are truly behind on their payments and stuff like that. I had a conversation a past client of mine yesterday who reached out to me just kind of wanting to know if it's a good time to invest, you know, what were my thoughts on that, and you know, just kind of getting a feel for that. And again, it just brought up a lot of different things as we're having this discussion. So I think a lot of people might be curious as well. So we would love to give you that information and facts, and that way you guys know truly, you know, what's going on in your city, in your area, and if it makes sense for you to be ready to invest, you know, to get in a position to invest in real estate. So we would love to share all of that with you guys next week. So that way we have time to prepare. So because we're busy working during the day, right?
Yeah.
Doing a lot of different things. So, and you know, again, I want to get into, and you guys could talk about it again. I had a client of mine, long time client, you know, I've helped their family, and, you know, we actually were helping them probably a few months ago, just try to get their credit to, you know, where it needed to be. And she called me on the weekend, and she said, or not this weekend, but the weekend before, and told me, Sonia, you know what, we just happened to drive by and we went into KB, and they have the lot we want. Can you come and blah, 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 blah. Well, of course, you know, it's too late once they're there. And so I told her, you know what, I unfortunately, you know, they're not going to allow me to help you. So I just told her, be mindful of this, that, or the other. Well, this past weekend, she calls me, and they're, you know, she doesn't understand what's going on. They emailed her a bunch of information, and, you know, and this is what got me. She's sitting there and she's like, we have to make a decision right now if we're going to move forward or not. I said, why? What's going on? And she says, I don't understand a lot of this information. And they told me, and I said, what? She said, they told me Google it. That's what they told her.
Wow.
They told her Google it. Yeah.
Wow.
And
so, like we said before, they're there to work for the builder.
They're there for the builders, and that's
they are not there for the client. They're there for the builder.
Yeah.
So.
And so it's just unfortunate because, you know, that's, you know, they obviously are getting paid, you know, to do their job, and, you know, they're not willing to go the extra mile. And, you know, hey, if you don't come in with someone, you need to, or you know what, encourage them. You know what, before you sign in, like, are you working with someone? You know, have them, you know, call them now, because once you do this, we can't help you. You know what I'm saying? I almost feel like that should be, you know, said at that time.
Right.
And maybe some do, because I do know someone who works at KB, and you know, she did tell me, Sonia, this is what I do. I can't speak for everybody, but when a buyer comes in, you know, a buyer will be alone, and I tell them, do you have an agent? And she was telling me that some buyers say, yeah, I have an agent, but it's okay, I want to get a better deal and not include my agent. So she says, you know, so we as agents need to let them know that that's not the case. Just because they don't think, oh, because I'm going in without, I'm getting a better deal. That is not true at all. So, but she says that's the, you know, what they believe, you know, that's out there. So she says, you know, it's important for us just to make sure that we are educating our clients. And that's why, again, that's a part of the education process, which my client knew better because I told her over and over. But she just said, you know, we were just driving around, and it just, you know, it pulled us in. And I get it. I know how that happens. But then again, you know, you unfortunately, you know, have to go through the process by yourself, and you know, not really know what it is that you're doing. So
did they end up proceeding?
I don't know. I'm going to reach out to her today. So so we'll see. I'll give you the update. And I just told her, honestly, you got to go with your gut feeling. If your gut feeling tells you this is your home and you see yourself in it, and
Right.
you know, you don't mind the, you know, whatever it is that you're paying and everything else, you know, but if there's any doubt, then maybe it's not the right one for you.
Right.
So I left it at that. So we'll see what you know, what that ended up becoming of. So so we'll see about that. How about you guys? Anything new this week that you guys would like to share? Anything interesting?
Crazy stories?
Well, don't forget today is tax day.
Yeah.
Yes, today is tax day.
I'll be here shortly, but yeah, today is. I waited till the day of. I've never done it when I've waited till the day of. I totally forgot, and then my husband's like, "We have to do our taxes." I'm like, "Oh, great!" So yeah, and tomorrow's his birthday, so I'm sure we're gonna get hit with a huge bill. That's gonna be his birthday gift. So yeah.
Well, in case any of you guys need to file an extension, just so you know, because I am going to file an extension, and you can do it yourself on the IRS. If you don't have, you know, someone to do it for you, you just have to search for the 7004 PDF input and input your extension, and you will have your extension until October 15th. So just so you know, if any of you, you know, can't get in last minute. And I'm happy to say that we actually just hired a real estate agent who actually starts Friday, and she is a tax preparer. So she actually works for Hewitt and something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Hewitt do it.
Yeah, that. So so she's busy right now with taxes, but she if we ever need tax advice, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
For
really
sure.
good to have. So
I'm gonna try Katie's referral tax lady. So that's why.
Oh, okay.
Katie has some good referrals.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Katie. We'll see how that.
Katie, I just want to know, have you ever been audited? Tell me that first.
Oh God, why are you trying to jinx us?
Oh no! Yeah, no.
You're gonna knock on some wood.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Just a joke. But yeah, so yeah, today is definitely the last day to either file or get your extension or be penalized. So there's always a choice. There's always a choice.
Definitely.
So obviously, like we were talking about last week, you know, the kids, you know, going to school, just a lot of things. You know, there's just a lot of things. I did see on Facebook a couple teachers. I have, you know, a couple friends who are teachers who have posted that that they're thinking about doing like a you know, setting up a classroom in the back of their house. Like they just feel that it's so important for kids to learn in that type of setting. You can't learn, you know, being at home.
Yeah.
Most parents don't have the patience. Most parents don't have the time. You know, they were just, you know, they just don't have what a teacher has. And so, you know, they were just kind of, and I thought it was interesting, you know, they're like, you know what, I'm going to set up a classroom outside. I'm going to make sure that, you know, each desk is 6 feet apart, and they're going to do it out of their own, you know, money and everything.
I love that. Yeah.
And they actually said, we're going to figure out what the cost should be, and we're going to charge. And anyone who's interested in bringing their kids, like, we're going to make sure that we'll make sure that the kids, you know, aren't sick. They'll have to be tested. Like, they're going to do a lot of things to make sure everybody feels safe.
Yeah.
But they just don't want the kids to get lazy. They don't want the kids to develop habits that, you know, school is not important. And because a lot of times being on the computer or being on that all day is a little, I mean, it's hard for us as adults, you know, to be Zoom all year. Your mind is just like, and so that's what they're saying. And then let's see, Terry wants to know, can someone give me the name of that tax person? So yes, we will have Katie or Brenda send it to you. So I just think, you know, it's really neat if that's your passion, you know, to do stuff like that, because unfortunately there is still people who have to work. They don't have the option to work from home or to do, you know, other things. They have children, they need the daycare. So it gets a little bit tough.
Yeah, for sure.
to do that. So,
Yeah. And
so I
then
thought that
not
was
just
interesting.
Not just that, but like I have a cousin who is a stay-at-home mom, and she has a 3-year-old, and she has, I think, she has a 4 and a 1-year-old right now.
Mhm.
And she's like, what am I gonna do? She's like, I mean, I have all this time. So she actually offered to my sister, because I have a 5-year-old niece that's just at home as well. And she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna homeschool. She's like, so I'm gonna look at resources and just homeschool my kids. She's like, because I can't have them just running around doing nothing all day long. So she offered that to my sister too. She's like, I'm gonna try my hand at it. I mean, if it fails, I mean, how can you fail? I mean, I'm teaching them stuff, you know? She's like, so I'm gonna put everything 6 feet away. She's like, it's just, I know my children. Like, if we have a hard time keeping our mask on, like, how are we expecting like children to keep their mask on, especially if you're not there anymore? Like, you can drop them off, but what they do there, like, you never know. Like, and they're touchy. Like, all of them are so like, children are so innocent. They're so loving that they all want to touch you and grab you and play with each other. And it's just, it's hard. That it's going to be really hard, especially for the little one. So I know that's an alternative that not everybody has has in place.
I mean, mind you too, there's tons of single parents,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they have to work, and
exactly
teach them. You know, it drives me nuts, but I really don't agree with it. I feel like kids need to be in school. They need that hands-on, because some people can learn auditory, and they sometimes they need visual aids. You can't do it just off a laptop for some kids. They need hands-on interaction.
No, it's true. Everybody learns differently. So I think that's why I'm saying, like, really take a toll on certain kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but we're gonna say goodbye to Brenda. She has to leave early today, so
Yes, I gotta go get my taxes done.
yeah, she has to go get her taxes done. So,
alrighty.
I'll see you guys next week. Have a good
luck.
And thank you. Thank you. And I will share that information for the tax person. So,
Absolutely.
all right. See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
have a good one. So, well, I think at the end of the day, we know our children better than anybody.
Yeah.
So I think that it's important for us to, decide what's best for them. And like I said, I just wanted to share with you guys that there are people out there that are doing other things to, to try to keep things normal. So if that's something that you are interested in, definitely, I'm sure we can probably start sharing and getting more information out there, because it'll probably fill up pretty quickly, I think.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because I think it is something that some people just continue to, to want to be able to, have their kids, interact.
Yeah, because I think at first it was like, but now it's like, okay, this is a little bit too much time. Like, I don't know. It's too much. I think it's too much time, and they need some sort of education somewhere.
Yes.
They're not going to get it through the iPad, through YouTube.
Yeah.
Or not the right education. Let's just put it that way.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because they start coming out saying some slang stuff, and we're like, where did you get that?
Yeah.
That's my son anyways. I'm like, where did he hear that?
No, my niece too, because they just click. They don't know any better. They just click on the YouTube slides, and then like they repeat everything, and I swear they repeat the worst things of all. And it's like, why couldn't you learn like something else? You had to learn these words, or you had to learn these things. I remember a while back, my niece, she was watching, like, I guess somebody prank someone, and I was busy working, and I didn't notice she just brought me a cup. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then she's like, I brought you water. And I was like, what? Oh, thank you. I drank out of it, and it was salt water. And I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, where did you learn that? And she's like, on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, great. Like, no.
I think my daughter
they pick up.
started laughing when you said it.
No, but it's true. They learn like the wrong things, and we're like, okay, yeah, we have to make sure that we have parental, stuff on there just so that she can't get to anything that she shouldn't be. But it's crazy the things that they learn on YouTube and they pick up.
Yeah.
Hi, Linda. Good morning.
I'm like, where'd you learn that? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we had to get YouTube Kids for her because we were like, no, regular YouTube is not. It's too much.
My daughter said there's settings on YouTube you can adjust it. So there's a kid YouTube.
Yeah, we have them. We have them now in place. We learned really quickly. Trust me. After that first time, we were like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do this.
But, it's funny because kids are smart and they're like, I don't want this one. I want, because like I set the settings on my iPad so that way, he couldn't see anything that has adult content.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want your iPad. I want your phone. Like he's like,
they do. No. They do know.
No, homeboy.
Oh my gosh. I'm so jealous.
Oh, good morning.
I know.
How hot is it over there? I'm just curious.
Oh, I bet it's horribly hot.
It's hot over there. I'm just thinking about that right now because it's hot here.
It is hot here. So, like I said, it's just, I think we just have to be smart, be wise. They did put out, real estate is an essential business. So we are able to continue to do business. We are limited with the open houses. We can't
do that, right?
Yeah, we can't say open house unless we have, you can put out your open house signs with the A-frames.
Yeah.
As long as you have a rider that says prior appointment required. You can actually have new open house signs made that say what's required. As long as they have appointment times. So there are ways to get around certain things. It's just not, like public can just come in as they please. So you just have to make sure that they understand the protocol and that, even if they sign the form when, let's say they have a 10 o'clock, because you get a buyer that calls you. And as long as they sign the form, they want them to sign it digitally. So when they get there, you can email it to them, have them sign it before they actually walk through. So, there are a lot of different creative ways to do things. So that's awesome. And it's 100 degrees.
Oh, that's not that bad then for Vegas. I was thinking it was going to be 100 plus.
Yeah, maybe because it's still early.
Yeah, I think so too.
You guys know, here is the.
There you go. That's the info.
Yes. So here is the Debbie, who is the tax person, phone number. I don't know if she's a CPA or just a tax preparer, but here's her information if you'd like to give her a call.
Thank you, Katie.
Yes, thank you, Katie, very much for that. And yes, she does have great connections. Thank you. So thank you. You're welcome, Terry. And then it was 115 yesterday.
Oh, so they make 100 right now.
Yeah, 100 right now.
Like what, 10? Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, so it can change for sure.
Yeah, right now my weather thinks that we are, hold on. It's 73 right now in Chino, so I can't even imagine 100 right now.
Yeah.
That's perfect right there, 73.
Yeah, so all right, guys. Well, it's been a great morning. And then just so you guys know, again, next week, we're going to definitely make sure that we bring some more information just about what's going on and, what to expect in real estate. We are also looking forward to having a special guest with us next week talking about tenant law and evictions. Awesome. So that way, if you are an owner who is not receiving payment from your tenants, you can, get a little bit of information. And those of you who are tired of being landlords, we can help you with that too. So we're always here to help. Definitely here to help.
You want to fire your landlord.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you want to fire your landlord. Exactly. Exactly. So, but yeah, anyways, we just wanted to wish you guys a beautiful day. It's super beautiful outside. So try to take, even though we're stuck at home, there's so many activities. You know, you can walk outside, you know, just enjoy the, you know, your backyard or water your lawn, you know, manually opposed to your sprinklers, and just sit out there and enjoy a margarita, some music, and it'll change your mood real quick.
It's not so bad staying home.
No, yeah. As long as I can invite someone over.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll be at social distance in the lawn, just be over there, like, oh, let's enjoy it.
Yeah. So, well, again, it is tax day. Don't forget, and make sure you stay hydrated and enjoy your guys' beautiful Wednesday. Have a great day, Terry. Thank you guys for joining us. All of you guys, we appreciate it. And again, anything that you guys would like more information on, please always feel free to message us ahead of time. If you know someone who would like to highlight their business on here, just let us know. Well, we would be happy to have them on here. Anything of value, we're always, you know, willing to definitely connect with the right people. So we'd love to make the right connections. So with that said, you guys have anything else that you guys want to pass along?
Just have a great day. Stay hydrated because it's hot out there.
Very, very hot. So we will leave you guys with some good music. Mariah Carey.
Next week is Prince. Prince? Yes. Oh, we gotta do Prince next week.